And once again, we're back with another episode of The Random Stupid Shit. This is your host, Ken Snow, and I'm sitting here with Shell. Yeah, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Got a beautiful snow coming. I like it.
Oh yeah,
18 feet.
we're into the winter time of the season here in the central part of the United States, and it is snowing outside.
Yeah.
Now
Glad you're not the Northeast with 5 feet plus. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we're in Buffalo, New York, or anything like that, or Erie, Pennsylvania. No. Those people up there, I mean, whew, boy, you talk about get some snow.
Yeah, no, that would not be fun at all. Don't think so.
Well, I like to experience it one time.
You did, and back when we was kids.
Well, but that was
not quite thunder snow.
It was not quite the same thing. I want to go to some place like Colorado, and I want to be up in the mountains, and I want it to snow so much you can't go outside, and frozen.
Heavy, deep snow is overrated. It's hard to walk in. It's hard to do anything in. You can't get your car out. You can't get to the grocery store. You can't get away from nobody. It's just rough.
Well, that's probably the biggest thing is you can't get away from nobody.
You can't get away from her. You can't get to nothing. Yeah, it's just, I do not like anything over 1.5 feet is waste.
But, you got enough toilet paper to last a week. Why worry about it, If you can get by a week, right?
You can't even go out and make an igloo or nothing in 5 feet snow unless you just, I guess, throw something and then dig a cave, I guess.
There you go. You don't need to.
Best way to do it.
You don't need to make an igloo. You could just dig under the layer.
You let the dog out and you just lose them. They can't find their way home. Spring comes, you find them thawed out, all crying, Mom.
Help.
No, I don't want it. Help me. So, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well,
ain't good.
Well, I was reading an article the other day, and I thought, we need to discuss this. You're familiar with the Mandela Effect, correct?
I have heard of this. Yes. Yes.
It was first brought out by Fiona Braun in 2009.
I thought it was older than that.
No, 2009. And she created a website to detail her observance of the phenomenon. Braun was at a conference talking with the other people about how she remembered the tragedy of former South African President Nelson Mandela's death in a South African prison in the 1980s. But come to find out, no, that's right. But come to find out, he didn't pass away till 2013.
Well,
so
she was just wrong.
Well, after she got
to meet my brother-in-law, that'd been funny.
After she got talking to him about it, she realized, talking to other people about it, she realized there's a whole lot of other people that thought the same thing, and so then that's how this got to be called the Mandela Effect.
So kind of like the Tiananmen Square with the guy with the tank standing in front. Some people remember him being smashed, and other people say he walked away. So,
exactly. So what did he actually do? He walked away.
Who knows? I'd say he probably got smashed.
It was my understanding from what I remember, he walked away. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they wanted us to think. I believe no one.
Now, it's to give the listeners, and we'll go over some of the more famous ones, but to give the listeners an idea of what the Mandela Effect is, a lot of people are familiar with the Henry VIII portrait. And Henry VIII portrait, people remember him holding a turkey leg. But no, there's no such thing. There never was a Henry VIII with him holding a turkey leg.
I think they probably know it better by Luke, I'm your father. He doesn't really say that.
No, he does not. Actually, he says, no, I am your father.
Yeah.
That's it. He doesn't say Luke. He says no.
Yeah.
Or how
So
about
there's a whole lot
what?
of the movie things.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
here's another one. This one's famous, and I'm pretty sure most people will remember this one. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
I remember that one because that's magic mirror on the wall, right?
Exactly. It's magic
Yeah, I
mirror
remember
on the
that.
wall. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and then I was discussing with the wife about the Oscar Mayer Wiener, the Wienermobile.
Yes. Yes.
And I said, it's not Oscar Mayer, it's Oscar Mayer. And she's like, no, it
Yeah.
ain't. It's Mayer. No, it's Mayer. I said, zoom in and look at the side of that Oscar Mayer, the vehicle. And she's like,
Yes.
wow, it is Mayer. I said, yeah.
She just remembers the little kid spelling it, the Bollogna, and he probably just didn't pronounce it right. But I bet you if she spelled it, she would have got it right. You think?
I don't know, maybe.
Because it's the spelling that gets to people. And that's what a lot of them are, is spelling of stuff. Like Fruit Loops. Fruit is not spelled like fruit. It's spelled with two O's.
Yeah, it's fruit as in F-R-O-O-T. Fruit
Yeah,
Loops.
yeah. And the Myers is like it's got two E's instead of an A in the beginning. Yeah. So I think a lot of it is spelling of stuff and just how you pronounce it. Are they true memories? Like I remember Cocoa Puffs being awesome. Now they are awful. How did I ever eat them? You know.
Well,
So is
well,
that a
you know,
bad
but
memory,
that's
or was I
no,
starving as a kid?
no, that's not a Mandela effect because there's not a whole lot of people that think that way. I mean, I feel the
Okay.
same way about Mountain Dew. I used to drink
Yeah.
Mountain Dew like it was crazy. Now I drink a Mountain Dew and I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I ever drink that? But
Yeah.
that's not a Mandela effect. That's just me changing as I
Taste.
got older.
Okay.
Yeah. So the
I would
fact that
say
you don't
saying that it's the best ever
no
is a change.
no that's not Mandela. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
Mandela.
So
Uh,
there's still hopes for Cocoa Puff.
yeah, there's still hope. So
Okay.
how about Mickey Mouse and suspenders?
Um,
He
I
does
don't think
not.
he does.
No, he does
Okay.
not. He never did.
Okay. I didn't think he did. Now, though, I did see one that I just think's totally crazy. That I guess I do have that effect because George, the monkey, he had a tail.
Which monkey?
The Curious George. Curious George. I couldn't think of it.
No, he doesn't.
Curious George.
No, he doesn't.
I believe he did.
Well, see there.
I
See there
truly
you
do,
go.
because that's what makes him a puppy and not a Furby or whatever, something else. That's what made him a monkey. Monkeys have tails.
So, well, but see, there you go. But he didn't. Just because
Well,
monkeys have tails doesn't mean that Curious George had a tail. And
anything that is a monkey does have a tail in real life because apes do not have tails.
well,
Other types of so monkeys always have tails. That's how you know it's a monkey.
Well, then he's not a monkey. He's an ape.
I guess so. I guess
There you go.
so. The whole book just needs to be burnt now.
Well, it never says that he's one way or another. It just says he's Curious George.
It never says he's a monkey.
I don't believe so.
I thought people commented on why you got that monkey or something in the books. I'm gonna have to go back and check it out.
I'll have to read some Curious George books to find that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and do that. But definitely,
what about
he had a tail.
What about Jiffy peanut butter? You like Jiffy peanut butter?
There's no such thing.
That's right. Jif. It's Jif. There is no Jiffy peanut butter. It's Jif peanut butter.
Yeah, and see, that one kind of caught me. Like, I've called it Jiffy, but I knew it was Jif on the label. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But I always called it Jiffy. I guess that's what everybody called it. So I don't know. I just feel like that one was. I think everybody just calls it Jiffy. I'm not sure. Oh well, that's one of those that I don't really think is important. like the Kit Kat. They said it had. Some people think it have a hyphen, and it doesn't. That's what a lot of it's just if you're going to sit and look at it long enough, I reckon. But how do you remember stuff? The thing that gets me is the cereal things because you remember always sitting there and just reading the boxes that I never caught on to that.
That it was
Like the
Fruit
Fruit
Loops?
Loops. Yeah, that and like Captain Crunch is spelled wrong. And there's just a bunch of little different stuff like that on cereal boxes that the Tony the Tiger's nose is actually blue, not black. Uh, I'm surprised I didn't catch a lot of that stuff because I usually that's why I watch bad movies is just to catch the mishaps in it. So I usually catch stuff like that, and I'm surprised I didn't.
Well, speaking of movies, you've seen Casablanca, right?
Right, right.
So what's the famous line from Casablanca?
Here's looking at you, kid.
No. The famous line is play it once, Sam. But everybody thinks it's play it again, Sam.
Play it again, Sam. Play it once, Sam. So who's that one that I just said?
I don't know. Here's looking at you,
shit.
kid. I don't know. It might be in there too. But it might actually be in there. It might be in there.
It is. We'll have to see.
Well, how about on the Monopoly game, the monocle, Mr. Monopoly?
Now, see, I would have bet that he had a monocle. I would have. I seen that one just a second ago. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought he had a monocle. I would have said he had one. But you know, how many different versions of Monopoly have they put out? On one of them, he could have had one. On the one that I got that one Christmas.
Well, I guess it's possible, but Monopoly itself, no.
No.
Now the big one that I really looked at quite a bit, and it was really kind of cracking me up because I would have swore that I saw this movie, Shazam.
Yes.
There is no such thing. There is no movie called Shazam. There is no movie starring Sinbad called Shazam. But I could have swore, oh yeah, I saw that movie. He's dressed up as a genie.
A little blue genie.
Yeah, and all that stuff. No.
I thought it was Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh yeah, Shaquille O'Neal was in a movie called Kazam.
Okie dokie. There's where I was going. Okay.
There was.
So there is no Shazam.
No, there is no Shazam. No. There is Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal, but Sinbad was never in a movie called Shazam.
What was that movie called? Do you know?
It wasn't a movie.
Really?
It was never a movie, period.
Sinbad played in one of the kid movies because I remember my son was watching it, and it was 80s, early 90s. I got to see who Sinbad played. Uh-oh.
He was never in a movie called Shazam because Shazam never existed. Now, here's the funny part about the whole Shazam thing is because it was such a big deal that people made such a big deal about this movie, the fact that it didn't exist or it did exist. In 2017, he actually made a little clip of him standing up, and so he created a fake movie.
Wow!
And so now people see that and they think, "Oh yeah, I remember that movie." Well, no, it was never a movie. he faked that, and it was funny. They even interviewed him about it, and he was talking about how he was a veteran and all this other stuff, and he was never a veteran. He was just no.
He just made stuff up. Huh?
He's a comedian. You know, that's what they do. They making stuff up. That's your random stupid shit. That's what that was.
I reckon. Well, he did have the Sinbad show, so I wonder if he did those little skits on it.
Probably.
Hey, one of the questions is, was Sinbad in the military? Now, he was in Jingle All the Way, so that's probably the movie I seen him in.
Oh, yeah, that was 1996, yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they'll probably be playing that here pretty soon.
They already did. My son said he was watching it 2 days ago, so he was. I don't know what TV he has. I think it's some kind of YouTube or something like that. I'm not sure. So I guess, yeah, they showing it. Okay, now we found Sinbad Shazam Genie movie. All right, I'm gonna send that to you.
Yeah,
because
there's no need to send it to
I
me
remember that
because I'm telling you it's fake.
It's fake.
It didn't exist.
Right.
There was never a Sinbad Shazam movie.
He was never.
There's
in
never
a
a movie called Shazam.
What was it called though?
As a matter of fact, when you type in Sinbad Shazam on Google, it'll come up and tell you Sinbad never made a movie called Shazam. But many people have vivid memories of seeing it. It's called the Mandela Effect. There you go.
Okay. Huh.
I mean, as a matter of fact, I was watching a video earlier, and the guy said, look, there's a $25,000 reward if you can have proof of that movie. If you could pull out a video cassette, a DVD, they'll give you $25,000.
Well, okay, I'm sitting here reading on Twitter that the movie is real. It was just scrubbed from the thing, and that it's not an example of the Mandela effect. It's all misinformation.
And see, this is why you can't trust Twitter.
Anything. Wow.
You can't. They'll give you $25,000. Come up with proof. They'll give you 25.
There's one lady. I am losing my mind over this. I remember scenes and lines and everything from it. Wow. Now I got to call my son and ask him that because there was something. This other guy says he has it on VHS. We're in the Matrix. We're in the Matrix. We probably took a blue pill today, not the red one. So, yeah, I don't think the movie that never was. Okay.
The movie that never was.
I think this is going to be the one that blows my mind more than anything. Yeah. I really do think so because I could have swore there was a movie like that. That's one of those I'd have put money on, you know.
Well, I did too.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I thought, no, wait a minute. I've seen that movie. No, you didn't. Oh, God, I could swear that I did.
Yeah, because, I mean, not all of us could have seen it without internet or nothing, and not everybody even having cable back. How can you, one little skit wouldn't get around like that?
It's called an instance of false collective memory. We all have false collective memory.
So somebody mentioned to me a long time ago the Shazam movie. Yeah, I've seen that. Okay.
When a large group of people remember
stuff that's in it and everything now.
When a large group of people remember something contrary to the known publicly accepted fact. There you go.
Yeah.
That's called the Mandela Effect.
The song that We Are the Champions, there's the Mandela Effect on that because he only says it that, how did that go? Of the world or something like that he doesn't actually say the words.
Oh, I don't know.
That everybody thinks, yeah, it's Freddie We Are Champions. There's one in that one that everybody. But I'm bad with words for songs anyway.
Well, and that's you were saying something the other day, and you said about the song lyric that you got wrong, and then you've been singing it wrong all your life. And I was
that's his front is put on.
Yeah. That's exactly a good example of it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Yeah. I've sang it like that. And then that Fleetwood Mac song, it's a one-winged dove, just like the one-winged dove. Sings the song like flying in circles. I think they should have made it that way. The song would have made better sense, but that's another thing. Boys of Poison Summer. I did not realize it was not Poison Summer. And usually, like the Eagles and the guys in the Eagles, you can understand the words they're saying, and I still got them wrong. But yeah, I've always been bad like that. So I guess that is the effect, because I would swear on certain things that that's what it is.
Just
And
like in Risky Business when Tom Cruise is dancing around.
yeah,
Does he have sunglasses on?
I would have swore he had them and he took them off, but apparently he did not.
He did not. He did not.
He did not. So I think it was when he was hiring the hooker that he had the glasses on and he took them off slow, and that's where I'm probably remembering the sunglasses from, because you kind of mix the the biggest scenes in the movie. Let's say there's three that really stand out to you that you can kind of blend them in your own head to go together, and that's probably where people are getting this stuff from.
Could be.
It's a common thing, yeah, because there's all kind. There ain't just the Mandela effect. There's different types of effects. Like the butterfly effect, the Dahmer effect, and that's the one where a placebo effect, pretty much, where it's like they do the sugar pill and people say, "Oh, I feel so much better." So there, the power of the mind is an amazing thing, amazing. But yeah, the one that gets me the most still has to be the cereal boxes that I stared at for hours. I would fight my sisters over to who got the box that day. Yeah,
Do you know how to? Do you
surprise.
know how they spell the stuff that you put on paper to clean up stuff with?
Stuff you put on paper to clean stuff with.
Yeah. What is that called?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's called white.
Liquid paper,
Well, it's called whiteout.
white out. Okay.
But you know how they spell it?
No.
It's
WHIT?
nope. WITE.
No. Wow.
And this is one that I also here's one that I know that I've done many times. Beam me up, Scotty, from Star Trek.
Yeah.
That line doesn't exist.
It does not exist.
Nope. It's never been said. Ever.
How did he say it?
No, he didn't.
But he said something like it, right?
Well, he'll say, beam us up, or Scotty, beam me up. But he never ever says, beam me up, Scotty. That never, ever happens. He's never said that.
Huh. Well, I did not know that, because, well, there's several of them. Wow. I'm looking at them now, like the top 50 of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Life is like a box of chocolates. He didn't say that.
There is no
There's
tea
no
in Skechers.
cornucopia.
There's
Yeah, that's just weird.
There's no tea in Skechers.
Well, how would that be? Scuffers? If you put the tea there. I looked at that one. I was like, well, I would have got that one. But the cornucopia and Fruit of the Looms, it ain't there. That's something I would have thought was there, because they used to have the dancing little fruits around on the commercials that you used to have to watch the commercials.
Oh,
and
no.
I thought there was a cornucopia that danced around with them.
Oh, my gosh. Now, I have to. Oh, man. Well, here's, you're talking about your Curious George. Sure, monkeys have tails. Curious George just isn't one of them.
He's not a monkey.
He's not a monkey.
He's not a monkey.
But
no.
Anyway, in the Matrix. Now I've seen Matrix 100 times. I don't know. I've seen the Matrix quite a few times.
I've never seen it.
Neo, when Morpheus is talking to Neo, he says, starting his monologue with, "What if I told you?" But he never said that. The line doesn't exist. And I'm like, wait a minute. I remember that. He says, "What if I told you?" So I'm gonna have to go back and look. I'm gonna have to watch that movie again and see if that's there.
I need to. So is that Reeves and what is the other one's name?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Fishburne. Okay, that's them. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never watched the movie, but I always know, are we going to take the red pill or the blue pill?
Well, then you really should watch the movie, because if you watched it, you'd be like, okay, yes, I get it.
I probably would like it a lot. I've
I
got
feel
like,
like we're in the Matrix right now. I mean,
oh, I do believe that. You go online and look at stuff where people are looking in the mirror and then they turn and the mirror don't. And they got people's in traffic where the guy's looking out his rear view mirror and the car behind him's watching, and the guy moves his head the total other way, but yet the mirror still stays the same. That's crazy. I do believe in dimensions. I don't know what the matrix, but you know, wombats square shit square and build shit. So who knows what's going on in the world for real, right? If they can shit squares and build with them, and nobody has seen what they built, who knows?
what was
Could be
the?
anything.
Well, you've seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yes,
What's the
yes.
first thing that Hannibal Lecter says to Clarice?
He says good morning, but everybody says he says hello, Clarice.
That's right. He doesn't say hello,
Yeah,
Clarice.
yeah,
He says good morning.
yeah. I've watched that movie. I've seen that one. You want some fava beans? And that's how you do. I like Anthony Hopkins. I like him a lot. But yeah, yep. Strange. So speaking of monkeys, though, in South Carolina, they have captured two more of the monkeys that escaped. You've heard this story, haven't you?
No.
45 monkeys escaped from a testing facility into this. They went into this neighborhood. People thought they was crazy. They were seeing monkeys in the tree. Well, this has been 2 months ago. They still got 25 monkeys out there. They's like, don't worry, they ain't gonna get you sick or nothing. These were young ones. We ain't tested them yet. Do you believe that? You just think outbreak right off.
Outbreak.
Right, yeah, they caught two more today on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but there's still 25 out there.
Mm-mm-mm.
So they're not dumb. They see what they're doing to them animals in there. They're like, we ain't going back. And they got tails, so they're monkeys. Yep.
What color is chartreuse?
It's a greenish color.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's red.
Well, it's also an attitude, right? Don't be chartreuse with me or something. Because don't he say that in the Shawshank? Andy DeFrey sitting there talking to the warden, and the warden says, "Don't you be chartreuse with me" or something. Yeah. So I gotta check that one out too. I got a long list of stuff I gotta check out. Well,
Or
so what else do you have about it?
the Jaws
Go
quote,
ahead.
we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yes.
He said,
He
you're going to
says,
need a bigger boat, not we're going to need a bigger boat.
well, I bet you he changes it at the end, right? Because they both sink. And if the guy that died had a bigger boat, it wouldn't have helped him. Now that, yeah. See, and I would have said that's what he said. But on something like the cereal boxes, I'd stand up to. But the other ones, I just don't know about. And the monkey thing, I know he had a tail. I know he had a tail. They said Snoopy's tail, that there's one on him that, but it's actually white and black, and everybody thought it was just black.
Yeah. Yeah. Or how
I have to,
about Lucy? Lucy, you got some splaining to do. That
yeah.
never
See,
happened.
I could have thought he'd always said that.
No.
'Cause I figured that's what he said every time she got caught doing something.
Now it
But
said he would even cross his arms when he said it. Well, and no, he's never said
yeah,
it. Never said it. Never happened.
I see. I think it. See, I would have to say that's. I would have bet on that one too. See, that's why I'm not a gambler. I'm wrong about a lot. But you could really just sit and hear him saying it, though, can't you?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
did you watch I Love Lucy? Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just hear him saying it. But they say he said different things. Oh, I know he said the other things too, but I thought for sure he said Lucy. Yeah. Mm. I leave my
How about
TV
this?
on 24/7, but Lucille, I Love Lucy. If it ever comes on, that's the one show that wakes me up immediately.
Well,
Her voice,
how about
Lucille Ball.
side mirror safety warning? Popular belief is objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. Reality is,
Seem
it says
closer.
objects in mirror are closer than they appear. That would be a good question to ask people in a group. I bet nobody get that right. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Even you said seem closer. No, there is no seem.
Yeah.
It's objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Huh.
Well, look at your mirror right now.
I ain't rolling my window down. It's snowing outside. It's snowing. I ain't doing it. I can't complain about cold weather though, because I mean that heat this summer was bad too. So I don't want to be a complainer.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I like the heat. I could deal with the heat, but I don't like the cold. I want to be a snowbird, but I can't talk the other half into doing that. Just leave for months at a time. That's what I want to do.
We asked my old man's mother if she wanted to winter with us last night. Come spend the winter with us and winter with us. It'd be a great thing to go to the hood.
There you go. Winter up.
Yeah, you need all the seasons. I think I would miss not having the change of seasons, like to live in Hawaii all the time. I don't think I would like that. I like thunderstorms. I like extreme weather, I guess. Like we had an ice storm 15 years ago that just shut down the whole state. And it was pretty, I mean, just sitting in the house, just listening to branches break. And I mean, that was pretty, I like extreme weather. So I don't think I could live anywhere without the seasons because you've got different stuff for every season. So yeah. And the fall is probably my favorite time of year. I wouldn't, nah. I think I'm set perfect right where I'm at, right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Know which way to run. Whatever problem's happening, we'll know which direction to run. You know, if you're on the East Coast, you can't go west, right? Or you can't go east any farther. You're just stuck. So I ain't cornering myself in. Do you know Kentucky has an island?
Well, I know there's one at the Tennessee border.
An island?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was in Cumberland.
Well, it's Dale Hollow. It's not Cumberland. It's in Dale Hollow.
Well, there's one on the west too, all the way west, land between the lakes.
Well, it's
because it is the land that is in between the lakes.
I guess it technically is a island because they've built canals between the two lakes, but in reality, it's not an island.
What would it be then? Come on.
It's land that land that sits between two lakes, but it's not an island.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that.
I mean, there is an island in Dale Hollow called Trooper Island. Well, actually, there's a bunch of islands there, but there's an island in Cumberland called Burnside.
Burnside. And where's it at?
Cumberland.
Cumberland. Okay. Well, who knew? All right. Did you know? I was reading up on current events because I kind of got sidetracked from the effect thing, and I was reading funny headlines. I'll tell you what, them people that live in Florida is funny.
Yeah, well, they call it WTF, what the Florida?
Yeah, because I mean, the news coming out of Florida, we're going to have to do a common, just do current affairs next time because I've got some stuff put up for, it was some funny stuff.
All right, I need a joke of the day. You got to give me a joke of the day. You always got. All right. Got my joke of the day.
Okay.
So, Shell, what's the joke of the day?
Yeah. What I got for y'all today? Okay. What do you call a hunter without a nose and no body?
What is a hunter without a nose and no body?
Mm-hmm. Nobody knows. Get it? See, that is a good one.
Yeah, they kind of liked it. They kind of liked it.
All right, this one goes with Thanksgiving. So, why do some turkeys wear stilts?
Why do some turkeys wear stilts?
Mm-hmm. Because there's no flamingo season. Alrighty, shit. What do lesbians and mechanics have in common?
Oh, lesbians and mechanics.
Both use Snap-on tools.
Oh, well, doesn't surprise me that they like that one. All right, so what do you got to tell the people out there in the world that listen to our podcast?
Well, you do you, and I'll continue to do me.
And
remember, nobody's there to save you.
Yeah,
you're on your own.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If you disappear for 4 months, nobody comes and asks and wonder where you are.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But you still owe money.
For Shell, yeah, this is Ken Snow. This is Random Stupid Shit. And like she said, you do you, we'll do us. And we'll see you next time on the Random Stupid Shit.
Bye-bye.